For a speed run of last books, let's do all the poetry books that I keep by my bed. Maybe not everyone. There's a lot of poetry that isn't worth it. You have to go through a lot of dross to find the gold. James Joyce's collected poems. These are worth reading. I prefer his prose, but there was some stuff in there I liked. This is Care Hardy Street, poems by Alan Morrison. Care Hardy was just such a cool guy, and so this talks about his life. And I really enjoyed it. This is Ferlinghetti's Open Eye, Open Heart, one of the great beat poets. I'm not sure he liked that title. Hermetic Definitions by H.D. This is a very interesting symbolist collection of poetry. By Hilda Doolittle. It was quite depthful. This is it. The voices that are great within us. This was one of the first videos I ever made on TikTok, back in the day, as the kids say. Because I met an old hippie at a commune, and he had like 6 books of poetry left after a lifetime of writing and collecting poetry, and they were worn smooth like river rocks. And this was the only collection in it. And he said, this is the single best collection of poetry ever done. I found a bunch of leads from this, and it's collected by Hayden Carruth, who is a poet himself, though not a poet I particularly enjoy personally. Living by Fiction. Oh, this isn't where it's supposed to be. This is Annie Dillard on writing. And I just think Dillard is one of the smartest human beings that is writing. This is where this is. The Medium is a Massage by Marshall McLuhan and Quentin Fiore. This is a classic on, writing, information, communication. That should go over in my writing pile. So in this one, Raymond Queneau's Exercise in Style. He was an incredibly weird, out there thinker, and so this is him on writing in general, and there's lots of funny little illustrations in it. I really like that one. Oh, here's where these books are. So this is Borges on writing. Also, if you're a writer, this is a really important. I think he is, incredibly important guy. This is where this is. I didn't know that. Out of Her Mind, Women Writing on Madness. This is a bunch of essays on women writing about insanity. I didn't finish all of it, but it was a very powerful thing. Bruno Schultz's The Streets of Crocodiles and Sanatorium. This is actually a novel, but it's a very weird, out there, interesting book. And there's also, it became a famous animation that I don't love, but is very famous. This is it. Mayakovsky, The Bedbug. I love him. He's such an intense piece of work. I think he's probably not the nicest guy to be around oftentimes, but this is such intense Russian poetry. Under the Soviet system and getting away with it, this is definitely some of my favorite poetry I've ever found in my life. This is Robert Graves' selected poems. He's really cool because he was so connected to the occult and the supernormal and like a higher self kind of thing. I like Graves. He did a lot of interesting work. Fireflies by Tagore. Tagore is cool. These were not quite my style, but I'm glad I read through them. Tagore is Bengali, and he's the only person to have written the national anthem for 2 countries, India and Bangladesh. So, pretty neat. Whispers in the Wind by Martin Buchsbaum. Shit, I don't remember anymore, but a beautiful cover, huh? Nightwood by Juna Barnes. This is a novel, but this woman wrote quite an interesting weird novel. So let's put that over there on the novel pile. I forgot everything was here. Pictures from Bruegel by William Carlos Williams. Another, I think he's called a symbolist, but pretty out there contemporary poet. Then The Remarkable Occurrences. I wouldn't actually recommend that one. The Four Seasons, Japanese haiku. I've definitely found some haiku I really like. You have to go through a lot of it to find ones that connect, but Catullus. If you're sleeping on Catullus and you are queer, these are some of the earliest queer poetry. I mean, there's always earlier, but this was a Roman who was doing full-blooded personal poetry, dealing candidly with love and hate. He was the 50 years before Christ. This is American Indian poetry, edited by Cronin. Cardinals from Nicaragua with Love, good revolutionary poetry. I have one of his quotes on my wall. It's not that one. Howl by Ginsberg. I haven't read this in years, but this was incredibly important to me as a young person. I plan to read it to my kids once they can handle it. Same with Kaddish. And Howl got turned into a movie and is a graphic novel as well that they did a really good job on, I think. Wallace Stevens. Did not connect as much with Wallace Stevens, but he's someone worth knowing. Oh, and that's the last one there. So actually, I will grab a play. I am actually reading Strindberg's To Damascus because I can't remember like what author recommended it, but it is a trilogy of plays that are very intense and weird and out there and about to search for meaning. So I really enjoyed this. I am just about to finish it, and it's very weird and cool, and there's alchemy in it as well. So there's a rundown of the Poetry by the Bed.